Thanks, COVID. Fuck you. Yes, if you've seen the news lately, you will know. They have delayed No Time to Die yet again.
Because of fucking COVID.
So, after reading that news, I got in a bit of a James Bond fix. So I thought, what can I do? The cinemas aren't open. I can only watch certain streaming things. It takes me forever to like them. So what do? I know what I'll do. I will talk about every James Bond Daniel Craig has been in. Not in one video. I'm not insane. But we are going to look at all 4, coming up to 5 Daniel Craig James Bond movies. We're going to start with his first one. If we didn't, it would be weird. We're going to start with Casino Royale. Now, the mid-2000s, Daniel Craig was announced. He was taking over from Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. 2006, Casino Royale came out, but you know, we got in the couple of interim years, we found out he was taking over from Pierce Brosnan. This was a huge deal at the time. Not only was this the first blonde Bond, weird, everyone was up in arms about it. I was very young when this happened, 14, 15 years old. It was weird to look back at some of the news articles and see Daniel Craig with long blonde hair. That was a very strange one. But it was, you know, it's interesting to see that everyone was kind of up in arms about it. You know, they weren't going to do the regular things. They said they were going to mix it up, make it darker, make it more brooding. And they did that. It was very odd to see, and it's very cool. If you Google, you know, Daniel Craig announced as James Bond, it's really cool to look through the old Guardian stuff and look through all the old news articles. First of all, to get out of the COVID shit and to, you know, see people hugging without thinking they're going to die. And it's nice to see people's reactions to Daniel Craig and how much that affected people. It was going to be different. I didn't see it when it came out, but now I've seen them. I appreciate what they've done. And after a little bit of research and over the years I've been watching his old stuff, he obviously got this role from his performance in Layer Cake, a fantastic film with Daniel Craig in it. If you like James Bond and you want to see another sort of cool Daniel Craig film role, I guarantee you will love him in Layer Cake. Watch that movie. It's brilliant. It got him the role. It's very similar. Watch that. We are now going to go through what I would consider the easiest and best way to tell you guys why I think Casino Royale is one of the best Bonds of all time. I'm going to tell you my top 5 reasons why Casino Royale is great. That's right, as I said in the intro to this review, there was 4 years of absence between Pierce Brosnan's last movie and Daniel Craig's first in Casino Royale, and they were going to make huge changes. They said no special gadgets, no, you know, no sort of cue telling him his pen can explode people's hearts and all sorts of weird shit. They weren't going to give him the martini. He wasn't going to say shaken, not stirred. They shook and stirred things up. They made Bond a brilliant thriller, a spy movie, the perfect thing they could have done. They made Bond a cool espionage spy, not just a gadget-ridden, you know, just banger of women. They made him cool and gritty, and they needed to bring Bond into the 21st century, and they did that with Casino Royale. Vesper Lynd, played by Ava Green, is for me personally the best Bond girl they ever had. She was a woman with stakes. She was a woman who actually means something to Bond, that actually carries on into later movies, and she's still slightly mentioned in the next couple of films. It affects him in a major way what happens to Vesper Lynd. He is hugely affected by her. He's actually in love with her. It's not just a woman that you see Bond at the everyone going, oh, Bond, and then him banging them against the table in a boat somewhere. It's completely different. He loves her. he feels betrayed by her. And spoiler alert, it came out in 2006. If you haven't seen it now, why are you watching me? Go and watch it. Her death at the end is met with such tragedy and effect on Bond's psyche that I love Vesper Lynd. Ava Green does a fantastic job as Vesper. You trust her, then you don't trust her. She plays with your mind and she plays with Bond's, and it's so clever how they do these things. I don't think anyone else in Bond's new guys with Daniel Craig has come close, especially in the newer films. I like Lea Seydoux, and I'll mention her later on in the newer reviews, but she doesn't have the impact that Ava Green as Vesper Lynd had. At number 3, I had to put this in. I'm a big car lover. I love the DB5, so why wouldn't I? They brought the car back for the first time in 11 years, and they used it in such an understated way. He used it to be cool and be suave, and he won it in a game of poker. Coolest way to get it, looks badass, no gadgets, which is even cooler, and he gets the girl at the end. I said about him not banging stuff. It means something in the story, but honestly, apart from that, the DB5 is awesome, and I love it, and just it's car porn. Le Chiffre is played by the brilliant Mads Mikkelsen. We're big fans of him in my house. He is a villain that isn't necessarily evil. He's a man that has stakes, and that is why I think Le Chiffre is one of the best Bond villains, because you have sympathy for a man you shouldn't have. Le Chiffre is a man who has people after him who he owes money to. He's a man who is in just as much danger as Bond is by being there. He's a man that needs to win this poker game and needs to win this money just as much as Bond. He needs to get Bond out of his way. He has so much to lose. They have humanised a villain here with a scar in his face and his eye. They made him look cool. Mads Mikkelsen plays him to perfection. Absolutely adore his performance in this, and he smashes the shit out of Daniel Craig's nutsack with a tied up rope. That hurts my nuts, and I hate him for that, but it's damn cool and looks bloody awesome and awful. That's right, I said it. The best part about this movie is the bloody best man to put on the fucking suit. You can piss off Lazenby and Brosnan and Roger Moore, especially Roger Moore, fuck that guy, and Sean Connery. Daniel Craig has made it extremely hard for the next person to take over the role, whether it be man or woman. It's going to be extremely hard for them to take over the mantle that Daniel Craig has made for anybody else about to play Bond. Yes, he's done 4 or 5 movies. The next one may be the best one he's ever done, but he is cemented, and before I say anything else, yeah, he's a bit bitter about the thing that made him big, and he is rather difficult about talking about it. But you cannot take away the man's legacy. He knows it. Everybody knows it. It's going to be extremely hard. He is the best part about this movie. His acting is sensational. Every set piece he's in is amazing. As I mentioned earlier with the villain, getting smacked in the nuts, I felt that pain too. He's a great actor. Watch him in this, watch him in Layer Cake. We're going to talk about all of his films because he is exceptional. My favourite Bond. People say it's an era thing, but then a lot of people say Sean Connery is their favourite, or Pierce Brosnan. Those people are wrong, and so are the people who say they like that evil, horrible Roger Moore. I just don't like him as Bond. Daniel Craig is the best Bond regardless of eras. He is badass, he looks cool doing it, and every film he's in is just visceral. And so there you have it, guys. Not so much a review, more me 5 reasons for me to gush over my favourite James Bond film. Bit of a spoiler really, because we're going to go into the other ones leading up to the new bloody release in October of No Time to Die. I cannot wait for that. That is going to be amazing, or not, who knows. I just cannot wait for this bloody COVID thing to be over so I can see it. Guys, this is probably obvious, but if you have seen Casino Royale, please let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Am I right? Is this the best Bond film? I think so. Do you agree with me? Please let me know. Do you think Mads Mikkelsen is a great villain? Also, please let me know that one. Do you think he's the best Bond? I think so. Let's see what you guys think. James Bond is a thing that's been going on for 40 odd years. Everyone's got their own opinion, so I'd love to know yours. Guys, please don't forget, we are gaining subs, but very slowly. I'm trying to catch Chris Stuckman. We will get to him, and I'll have this out with him. Guys, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell all of your friends. Please. Guys, until next time, this is your friendly neighbourhood ginger guy saying, Ginge out.